Hello, my name's Larry Watts. I'm a minister in Denver, Colorado, and we're on top of a mountain in White Ranch Park. We come up here with a cool breeze and the clouds to share a message with you today. And I'd like to share something that kind of came to me while the wind outside was going at about 500 miles an hour. And that was on an airplane. Some months ago, I was traveling and sitting next to an Oriental young lady, and by the grace of God, praying and asking if I could maybe say a word for the Lord on His behalf to her. And we did have a nice conversation, and it wasn't long into the conversation he asked me, why is there so many religions, especially Christian religions? And as I said a prayer and asked the Lord for the reason for that, I was thinking about Revelation 12 and 13. In Revelation 12 and 13 we have 4 different basic symbols. And in these 4 different basic symbols we have actually 4 approaches to belief and works. We have the dragon, we have the beast, we have the false prophet, and of course first we have the woman, the pure woman. And there's a statement in Galatians chapter 5 or 6 that talks about a faith that works by love and pure, and that is also associated with another statement that that kind of action purifies the soul. Well, as we think about faith and works and these 4 symbols in Revelation 12 and 13, I was explaining to her that the reason that there are differences of opinion about Christianity and why we have different sets of Christian believers, we have Catholics, we have Protestants, we have evangelicals and some others, and we also have in our world those who choose not to accept the Bible and Christianity, and we do have in the woman clothed with the sun a symbol of God's true people. So I said the reason we have these differences is because of our relationship, or how we look at the 2 ideas of faith and works. Now when you ask a professor of theology or a history teacher or professor about how many religions there are in the world, they'll say, well, we have quite a few different religions. We have Shintoism, Taoism, animism, Hinduism, and other kinds of religions. We have also Catholicism, we have Protestantism, we have Judaism, of course, different kinds of religions. So they say there's basically 7 kinds of religions, 7 basic kinds. Well, I say there's 4. And these 4 different approaches to religion come in their relationship between the words faith and works. So if we were to take the first symbol that we have in Scripture, the symbol of the true woman, there is a symbol of a false woman called a prostitute, actually a whore in the Bible, and that's a symbol of false religion, or religion that has mixed the world together with the truth. If we take the first symbol we have in the Revelation 12, we find this woman standing on the moon and the sun being clothed with that brightness of the gospel, and take these symbols for what they really mean. We find this woman is a symbol of the true people of God, and we find that as a faith that works, or which works by love. So here is the first relationship the Bible presents as being the correct relationship. Now the second symbol we have is the dragon. The dragon is a symbol of force, a symbol of fear, a symbol of power, and this symbol is a symbol of what I call a faith in your works. So as we look at that kind of religion, we would call it heathenism. The expectations that if we do this, then God will do that. It's buying the favors of God. Or it's believing that we can be our own savior by the things that we do and how we approach the world around us. We call that heathenism. Actually, there are very interesting relationships in our world. We think we can save the world by the power of politics or the environmental movement, or we can try to change people or change the world by killing them in war. You know, there's one thing that we can't do. We can't change our enemy into our friends and change their minds by killing them. And so that was a sort of an idea of the peace movement, and probably still is. And I agree with the fact that we shouldn't be trying to kill people because we don't like them or don't agree with them. But this is the symbol of the dragon who will eliminate you if you don't go along with him. This is a religion of force, of fear. And we see that in our world today. If you don't agree with me, we're going to get rid of you. So that's a religion, that's a belief, that's a faith and a system. And whether you call it a religion or not, it's based upon assumptions. And those assumptions, when we have assumptions we cannot prove, though that is a religion, whether you call it a religion or not. Now the third symbol we have in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, the first part of that chapter, is called the beast. And this symbol is a symbol that is very interesting in that it is a symbol of those who have a faith and works. Notice the and. So it's faith and works. It's faith in the organization, faith in the priesthood of that, and also the works that go along with that, whether it be penance or pilgrimages or fasting and prayer. These things are also needed to have our religion. So we have these two things, faith and works. Not faith which works by love, but faith and works. Then we have the false prophet. The false prophet is a symbol of that beast with the horns like a lamb in Revelation chapter 12. And we know it's a false prophet because we look in chapter 20, describing that beast or that power, however you want to define it, as the false prophet. So we have the beast and the false prophet in Revelation 13. Now what is the false prophet? It is the belief in our faith. In other words, faith in your faith. Just because you believe, you're saved. And that is presumption. It is faith that is based upon your own faith, not something else. The Bible tells us we are saved by grace through faith. So faith is like this paper in my Bible. I can put it here in my Bible. Where this Bible goes, that paper goes. So we have faith in God. We put our faith in the Word of God. And that means we have a faith which works, and which works by love. And that's a symbol of the true Christian belief. And so as I explained this to this young lady on the airplane, as we were traveling with the air going by at 500 miles an hour outside, she said, "Thank you." And I wrote this down and sent it to her. And she said, "I appreciate it very much." She wrote back to me. She gave me her email. And so we have communicated only that one time. I told her I would write to her again, and I still intend to, with God's grace. So I hope that if you would like to know more about this faith and works business, you can write to me at ldw7@me.com. And that's my very short email address. Or if you can't remember that, you can go to larry.watts@sda1888.org, and that's our home page, sda1888.org. Find many talks there from different people about the truth for us today.